We're back. After Bruno had taken away the madman, I was ready to keep exploring the building. The remains of an old, unidentifiable meal. That's where I came from. Ooh. Some faint moonlight leaked through the dirt, allowing me to find my way in the cafeteria. Guess the wiring diagram was about the speakers in here, so I could play the music. The windows hadn't been cleaned in a long time. Weird sounds. Adhering to the Kirkbride principle. For most of its existence, the Hanwell Mental Institute adhered to the Kirkbride plan, with two long wings extended to the west and east for male and female patients, respectively. The Kirkbride plan was a building as cure model for mental hospitals, focusing on healing mental illnesses through layout design and a strategic staffing hierarchy. Similar institutes built using this plan exhibited varied architectural styles, but the majority adopted a familiar batwing arrangement. This consisted of sections of rooms branching off a central structure, allowing each area of in the building to benefit from exposure to natural light and proper air circulation. Before the Kirkbride plan, the mentally ill were kept in regular houses or prisons without appropriate facilities, or were concealed in public buildings. Thomas Story Kirkbride, the psychiatrist who designed the Kirkbride plan, believed the layout of mental hospital buildings was of prime relevance to patient treatment. Various patient distribution criteria were applied within each establishment, such as the separation of high-risk patients from lower-risk ones. Kirkbride emphasized to psychiatric professionals the importance of keeping patients busy with tasks since it benefited their mental health and also helped with the maintenance of the grand buildings. Alright. That was fun. How do I look at my achievements? They're out of order. Okay. Another alarm. Do I get an achievement for pressing all the alarm buttons? The dorm seems like it almost gave way. I can do it again. There we go. Another map. The The metal fence was too heavy to push. Anyway, all that seemed to be behind it was mere junk. The female branch seems to be blocked off. I wonder if there's doesn't seem to be another way in. There's not that many cells here. That was blocked off. They had upstairs offices, I guess. There's a key to the front office, Hawthorne's office, which we haven't found yet. We're here. Goes to the kitchen laundry therapy room. I guess we're gonna loop around to the library. Okay. Dark in here. Ooh, I heard something. What? Is there a guy in the window there? I think so. Well, I can't tell. Or is this Leo wandering around? Where is he? Is this happen? Did it come out?
Oh,
Hello. Hanwell.
hi. My name is Lenny.
Oh, Lenny.
Hello, Lenny. I didn't expect to find someone like you walking around.
Oh, but you don't have to worry about me. I behave well. They allow me to walk alone and help.
Well, that's a relief then. I'm pleased to meet you, Lenny.
Now it's my turn to clean this corridor. Why are you here?
It's difficult to explain, Lenny. Some time ago, I was like you. I was being treated in this institute. But something happened. A terrible circumstance that I can't remember, and the truth is, I'm not feeling well, and I
Oh.
don't want to be treated again.
Yes, I know. It happened to me, too.
What? You too? But then...
I was here at that time when something happened.
Ooh.
Lenny, we need to talk more. So, what about you, Lenny? Do you roam the corridors all the time?
Oh, not quite. I'm assisting with the renovation of the building, cleaning as many areas as I can.
You seem to know your way around. What can you tell me about the Institute?
I don't know. It's nice. I like it in here. Feels like home.
How long have you been here?
Oh, long time.
Long time.
Years, as far as I can recall. They took me away all of a sudden, but I kept asking about Hanwell, and one day they brought me back.
But don't you want to leave and go outside, see the world?
Not really. Maybe I did want to leave a long time ago, but I've forgotten why. There's nothing out there for me.
What do you think about Bruno?
Who is that?
I'm referring to the security guard.
Oh, that man. I didn't know his name. We saw each other a number of times, but we don't speak. I think he's mean.
Yes, he does seem to have a bit of an attitude. About Dr. Ebers-Baker.
Ebers?
Anne Ebers-Baker.
Oh, Dr. Anne, yes. I remember when we gathered the chairs around her. It was nice speaking with her.
What were the therapy sessions about?
Well, let me see. We talked about our problems, how to keep a healthy mind, our fears too, and how to cope with them. Dr. Anne made me feel well.
Dr. Ad made me feel well.
Have you met Dr. Miller?
Yes, briefly. I don't like him.
Why is that, Lenny?
Yeah, why is that?
He's hiding something. Be careful with him.
Lenny?
What are your thoughts on Julia?
Who's Julia?
The girl in the foyer, the receptionist.
She's not there anymore.
Oh, yes. I saw her a few times, but we don't speak much. I'm too busy cleaning.
Alright, do I have to loop around again?
I used to be like you, Lenny.
Oh, are you feeling better now?
You could say that. I was well, at least for a while.
So, why are you here?
That's a very good question. Is there anything else you can tell me about?
No,
About this, you.
Nothing else comes to mind?
I don't want to think.
I'm looking for details about a particular therapy group.
Therapy?
My suspicion is that patients who participated in a series of therapy sessions were somehow connected to the circumstances that led to the closure of the Institute. Does this sound familiar to you?
Does it?
Therapy groups. Yes. I remember them. I had many friends back then.
You do remember?
I remember the sessions. We were all there. They called us Team E.
Hold on.
Oh.
Did you mean Group E?
Oh no.
Yes, that's it.
So different.
But wait, you were saying that you were in Group E? During the sessions?
Yes, I remember the letter E very well when they called us, and, Dr. Anne.
This is extraordinary, Lenny. Now we need to understand who else belonged in Group E.
All right.
About the patients in Group E. You said you were there.
Yes, there were a few of us. Dr. Anne spoke often and encouraged everyone to speak too. At first it was nice. We enjoyed sitting next to each other. I think I remember you.
What?
What?
It was a happy time, but then came the pain.
Pain? What are you talking about, Lenny?
The pain train?
I'm not sure, but it all started down below. I don't want to think about it.
Let's talk some more about this Group E.
Yes. Yes, I do.
I'm so sorry, Lenny, but I can't seem to remember you. It's been such a long time since I was here.
It's okay.
This guy's voice is so familiar.
You seem like a friend.
And I believe you're a friend too, Lenny.
I believe you're a friend too, Lenny. Hmm. All right, more patients in Group
Who
E.
else was part of Group E? Please try hard, Lenny.
This is what comes to mind. Friends with fears and problems.
Such as?
I don't remember his name. A big man with the mind of a child. He had an accident and was terrified of fire. We could never talk about fire during the sessions. Dr. Anne forbade that.
What about the others? How many of us were in the sessions?
Oh, there was a woman. She had a baby inside, but she didn't like the baby and often hit her belly.
That sounds terrible.
Does sound terrible.
Anyone else from Group E, Lenny? Just one more.
I don't recall the names. There was a man who was funny, but sometimes also mean. And another one with a funny accent. But please, I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Down below.
Down below? What do you mean?
Yes. We were all happy until they took us to the floor beneath.
I assume you mean the basement. What happened there?
I don't want to talk about it. I want to forget. No more pain.
Please, Lenny. I really need to know what happened. It will help both of us.
That's where it all started. Down below. You should go and see for yourself.
Ooh, okay. All right, so that's why are some things crossed off and some things not? I mean, he says, I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Does the word Kirkbride mean anything to you?
That word reminds me of something. Someone said that. Oh no.
What, Lenny?
It was down below when I heard that word.
All right.
About me.
Are you...
That's one way to put it. My memories feel like they're broken. I've been here, that's one certainty. But some grisly event left my mind crippled.
I feel the same. My memories of that time are fuzzy. I liked being here. This place always made me feel comfortable until the event.
What did they do to us, Lenny?
What did they do to us, Lenny?
Are you familiar with this ongoing process of reopening?
He said he was helping clean.
Yes. They allowed me to come back, and I was very happy. I talk a lot about Hanwell and how I enjoyed helping here back in the day.
But Lenny, this place is a mess. You can't clean everything on your own.
I don't have anything else to do.
Uh,
Lenny, I need to learn more. What's in the basement?
I don't like to remember that
is
place,
Rocky in the basement?
but something happened down there.
What am I supposed to do?
Just look in the rooms. You'll understand. And be careful.
Alright.
Lenny, I'm looking for the therapy room.
Yes, it's down the corridor.
Oh, then if you would just let me...
No, you can't go.
What do you mean?
I'm cleaning the corridor.
Okay, I'll just step right here, carefully, and avoid.
No, no, you'll ruin everything.
Fine. Please, don't scream.
What? Do I have to explore the basement area before I go to the therapy room?
Lenny,
But not until I finish cleaning. Please,
Right.
respect.
All right. Is there anything else you can tell?
No,
So I gotta go to the basement first.
Lenny, I'm having nightmares about my stay in the Institute. I think something terrible
I am happy to help you, but I don't want to remember. They're sad memories.
But still, it's important we understand what happened to us. Can't you?
Please, no. Stop.
Sure, Lenny. I'm sorry.
Sure, Lenny, I'm sorry. Alright.
Well, Lenny, it was nice talking to you. I'll be on my way.
So.
Wait, you said you wanted to know what happened?
Yeah.
That's right. I came here looking for answers.
Oh, I don't like these memories, but it all
Down below.
Yes. I've been trying to forget, but if you want answers...
I just finished talking, so like I guess you can he'll just tell you the important things. So he won't let me through. I gotta go down below. The cart was full of rubbish. Poor Lenny was going to have a lot of work cleaning up this place. I guess this is too restrictive for me to get in. Maybe I can go in here first. No way to go in. It was better to move on. Wait, did I go down the stairs? I must have. Okay. It's really hard to see anything. I assume this place hadn't been maintained in a long, long time. Alright, hold on. Let's turn this light off. Okay, this away. And that away. What is this? Oh, is this like an insect spray? Precaution. Mosquitoes. Like Spanish? Or is this Portuguese? Maybe it's Portuguese. Not entirely sure. Not even moths cared about these filthy rags. And by these, I mean those. It's really hard to see down here. Maybe some time ago, patients used to wear them, but at present, they wouldn't serve even as dish rags. Alright, it's completely black in here. A furnace room. Is there a dude hiding around? There was some kind of grating or trapdoor in the concrete floor. Oh. Emergency wiring landing. Where are we? Blue X, blue. Doesn't make much sense to me. It seemed to be a diagram for the wiring in the basement. line and the red line. Oops, sorry. Oh. Well, I can turn on the main one. Fixed lights in the basement. The electrical installation was quite old, like everything else in the institute, and thus a complete section of the basement was shrouded in darkness. I had to find some way to restore the power. Oh, God, no. The right boiler wasn't working. Fortunately, the other one provided enough light to search the place. Ooh. Ooh, I didn't read it. Read it again. Alright. For the time being, we've been able to proceed without raising much suspicion, but that won't last long. Yesterday, the absences from the yard were noticed, and Nurse Alice inquired about the missing patients, sidestepping Ebersbaker and addressing me directly like the means the nurses are far more concerned than I imagined. That means. As for Ebersbaker, I overheard her wondering aloud why her patients were covered in dirt if they hadn't been seen in the yard. It's a relief that Walter gave in to the idea of renovating our building. But he's growing too old and old-fashioned and stubborn. It's waving. No doubt the failure of his invention hit him hard. He used to be keener on progress and the swift adoption of new modern technologies. But something deep inside him has changed, and now he's stuck in the past and has grown too attached to this building. His grandiose creation, which inevitably has to change, no matter. We waited for too long, and we need money. It always comes down to money. Until we're able to secure adequate funding, we have no choice but to resort to cheap labor. Being located in the countryside has its share of benefits, but procuring the manpower needed to remodel this place has proven to be quite a bit more challenging than expected, and always subject to brutal reality of cost. At first, Walter insisted we select one patient from each group to minimize the risk of calling attention to their absence, but I argued that it was preferable to choose an entire close-knit group to avoid spreading unnecessary chatter that we couldn't control. Of course, in the end, they're all lunatics. Their word carries no weight compared to ours, but it's still desirable to keep gossip to a minimum. If one small group of mentally unstable people insists on discussing things the greater population knows nothing about, we could always contend that this isolated group is experiencing a collective hallucination. Is it Group E? It must be. It's almost midnight, and my turn to supervise the work. One of the patients mentioned an odd smell emanating from the newly opened tunnel. They always imagine the strangest things, but I think I heard a sort of hissing sound that puzzled me. This seems worth investigating. Can't believe it. As I approached the opening, there was a hint of haze or condensation in the air, and it smelled very unusual indeed. I can't describe it, but it felt old, some kind of ancient, highly concentrated earthy smell. Curious about this, I instructed the patient, Leonard I believe, to strike the wall one more time. I had to insist twice. His tool wedged open the crevice, which released a formidable stream of fumes. It's hard to convey on paper, but there was a change in air pressure, and the foul odor intensified throughout the tunnel. The patients are too nervous. I must seek Walter. Shenanigans! The burning fire in the boiler bathed the room in a sinister glow. Alright. I examine this. The chain was firmly attached to the iron bars with heavy padlock. There was no way to open this. Interesting. Let's take a look at that diagram one more time. So the blue line runs all the way down the hallway. Some sort of terminal. We have a bunch of red terminals, X, 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 X. Apparently there's something in this room. I'm assuming this is the boiler room. I can't tell. Like, I can't see over there. So we have 2 ways to go. The gate was locked. Echoes of distant flowing water came from downstairs. Alright, can't go that way. This is where I came from. It was impossible to see anything in the room. I had to find a way to restore the lights. Oh. I got those. Wire clippers. There's a guy standing right there in front of me. It's hopeless. The door was firmly shut in place. I assume I have to go all the way down the hallway. The rusting light had sealed this door. It was hopeless. The door was firmly shut in place. I think it's in this room. Let's press the button. Don't see anything. Oh, there's a dead rat in here. The problem was clear. A rodent had chewed on the wire, short-circuiting the light in the basement, killing the rat in the process. There was nothing I could do with the circuit box while there was electrical current. I was bound to suffer the same fate as the rat. Oh, God. Alright, fine. I'll go back. Turn it off. Why? Why? Does this work? I'm gonna use the emergency lights. Deserve my attention. It was not the most professional electrical job, but it would hold. Alright, so I should go back again. Off, turn this on. Alright, oh, I can see clearly now. The rain is falling. Still locked. I could have hurt myself. I can see in the room. Why did it get all dark all of a sudden? The tools and machinery lay scattered across the construction area, seemed abandoned in chaos. Walls were cracked, peeling under the weight of the years, and the metallic scent of rust mixed with the earthly smell of... I read too slowly. Alright, I was over here. Transporting construction materials was in the center of the room. Oh, the wheel was rusted in place. I can do something to this. Didn't make much sense to use this on the wheel. Didn't make much sense. Alright. I can do something to that. The cart, which had seen better days, was in the corner of the construction area. Okay. A light. And there's the door. Oh, a note. Hanwell Mental Institute 7. Move to the unit system. Over time, mental hospitals built using the Kirkbride system began to present numerous maintenance and operational problems. Faults in the design led to unforeseen practical difficulties, and their rigid layouts prohibited efficient expansion. The Kirkbride plan soon became a significant problem in mental health. Since many mental hospitals are state-funded, a combination of budget cuts and high maintenance expenses spelled doom for the principles of the Kirkbride plan. Personnel wages, medications, medical appliances, coal for the boilers, electrical maintenance, and sewage services represented but a small fraction of the cost of keeping such a large establishment operating. The general high levels of stress and economic issues in modern impacting the also impacting the public and modern society, experts warned of a surge in mental health disorders and an increased need for specialized treatment centers. Thus, the demand for mental hospitals kept growing, even as institutions adhering to the Kirkbride plan afforded only slow and costly construction. Concern intensified in the field as psychiatrists and medical professionals began to question the theory that architecture played a role in mental health. And so the prestigious Hanwell Mental Institute sought to adapt, as did many other mental hospitals, by undergoing extensive remodeling according to a new design philosophy that came to be known as the unit system. Instead of a single sprawling building, the various departments in such establishment would be separated into smaller, discrete structures. With this new approach, a purely administrative building would have no physical connection to one housing patients. To achieve this ambitious goal, many existing Kirkbride institutions resorted to constructing utilitarian underground tunnels connecting various buildings since aesthetics were no longer a concern. These are just collectibles. Oh. Memory. Memories. There's the big dude. There's Lenny. Oh, they're familiar to me. An opening in the construction area was boarded up. Well, can I move this then? And ram it? I can't use the pickaxe apparently. So I think that's what I gotta do. Let's go explore a little more. Oh, 11 p.m. Wait, that's all I had to do? Alright, that's 11 p.m. If you like what you see, like and subscribe, it helps me out. See you next time.